Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Terence Crawford has no doubt who wins Gervonta Davis Shakur Stevenson fight. Gervonta Davis against Shakur Stevenson is one of the fights in around the lightweight division that fans have been calling for. With extreme talent at 135 and 140, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez and more, not enough top fights have been made. The two mentioned above have stepped up and faced one another in recent years, but other than his Ryan Garcia victory, Davis has not been matched up with enough of the upper echelon. Stevenson, despite chasing fight, is in the same boat. The slick technician is a three-way world champion at just 26-year-old, but is calling out for a marquee main event against a star like Gervonta Davis. Should the fight be made, it's no surprise that Shakur Stevenson's friend and training partner Terence Crawford, himself coming off the back of a long-awaited super fight against Errol Spence, backs him to win. He told as much. Shakur, hands down. Despite the confidence, Crawford said in another interview that it's Stevenson's tallest test. One thing I can say about Gervonta is he is smart, he can box and he is explosive fighter. I see that being Shakur's tallest fight because of the power. Everybody knows Gervonta Davis' power. Despite Gervonta announcing that Shakur is on his hit list in the next 7 fights, fans want less talk and more action. Should the fight be made now, it would be lightweight unification, adding belts to the already perfectly intriguing affair. Promotional conflict may have stood in the way in the past, but Stevenson currently has 1 fight left with top rank and may move into free agency thereafter to make a fight with PBC's Davis easier to negotiate. First up, each man has a defense. Davis puts his WBA belt on the line against fellow southpaw Frank Martin on June 15th. Stevenson followed his WBC on July 6 against previous Martin opponent Artyom Kharatunan. Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin. Timothy Bradley makes his prediction. Gervonta Davis returns to the ring for the first time in 2024. One of boxing's biggest stars, Gervonta Davis, returns to action on Saturday night when he defends his WBA lightweight title against Frank Martin in Las Vegas. The fight, which will be available on Prime Video pay-per-view in the US and UK, will be Davis' first sign stopping Ryan Garcia 14 months ago. Martin is undefeated in his 18 fights as a professional, but his upcoming clash with Davis will be his toughest test to date. Speaking to social media, boxing analyst Timothy Bradley expressed concerns for Martin and believes his lack of experience could work against him. I think what Frank is lacking is experience. That's what he's lacking at, Bradley said. He is got to be able to put rounds together and I don't see him being able to do that. That's the problem. When it came to how the fight would unfold, Bradley predicted that Davis would come into his own during the second half of the fight and land one of his trademark knockout blows. The later rounds, I worry about Frank too, where you have a guy Gervonta Davis that is comfortable and he does not mind playing catch-up, Bradley continued. See, that's the thing, you don't realize that. He is an apex predator for a reason because he sets traps. He will wait on you to make a mistake and he will line you up for that shot and he will finish you with 1 punch. I think Frank Martin makes mistakes and he makes mistakes late, where you have a guy like Gervonta Davis that can expose that, Bradley said. Frank Martin, the world is against me but I will conquer it. And Gervonta Davis. Frank Martin is less than a week away from the biggest fight of his life, a contest he believes will change everything. Martin will face WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis on Saturday at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The 29-year-old Martin will experience at least his first world title fight and his first time headlining a pay-per-view, and should he emerge victorious, he will be the first to beat the 29-year-old Davis. Tank is considered the face of boxing for the next generation of American fight fans. While Canelo Alvarez might still be the sport's biggest star, Gervonta Davis' rise to the top is undeniable, evidenced by this being his 7th consecutive fight on pay-per-view. Martin is eager for this moment, both for his legacy and to make a name for himself in the sport. I feel like this is one of those moments where all the hard work I put in is paying off, Martin said at his media workout. This just feels like a life-changing moment. Martin, a self-admitted late starter, walked into a boxing gym at 17, but took the sport seriously at 18. He is no stranger to being the underdog. He fought regionally for most of his career before teaming up with trainer Derrick James, with whom he gained national exposure. Martin's breakthrough came in 2022 when he won a unanimous decision win over then undefeated Michael Rivera in a fight viewed as a stepping stone to become a top contender in the lightweight division. Though he is at the same age as Davis, their paths have been vastly different. Martin started as a region attraction and plowed his way up, while Davis, a top amateur with tremendous professional potential, captivated audiences early on, becoming the name he is today. "I believe in myself, even if the world against me," said Martin, who enters the fight as a 4.5-to-1 underdog according to some oddsmakers. "It's just time for me to show up and show out." Despite a nearly 14-month layoff, Martin expects the best version of Gervonta Davis, who has a 93% knockout ratio. Martin believes that on fight night, the world will remember his name for this performance. "We all know what Gervonta Davis brings, but a lot of guys don't know what I bring," Martin said. "They know a little bit of it, but they don't know the full arsenal I have. We know Gervonta Davis is explosive and fast," Martin added. "He's got it all, but on fight night, the world will see that I've got it all too," Martin said. Gervonta Davis trainer Calvin Ford said Gervonta is not the same fighter he was the last time he fought a year ago. Due to the legal stuff he is gone through as he heads into Saturday's fight against Frank Martin. Ford insists that the legal messes WBA regular lightweight champion Gervonta Davis has done something to him, although he does not say what precisely. "I just know he is not the same person the last time we see him in the ring. He been through a lot of stuff," said trainer Calvin Ford to Premier Boxing champions, talking about Gervonta Davis. "I bet Gervonta Davis isn't the same person he was the last time he fought in April 2023 against Ryan Garcia. Gervonta's problems since the last time he fought have been a nightmare, but he had to deal with it. If he gets through this fight against Martin, he needs to ensure that, moving forward, he stays out of trouble and remains as active as possible because his age is creeping up on him," Ford said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.